In the heart of a vast, wild desert where golden sands met stormy skies, a mother horse made a choice that would change everything people thought they knew about love and instinct. It was spring, but nature had other plans. A fierce blizzard swept across the land without warning, turning the world into a swirling chaos of snow and wind. Amidst it all, a mare named Luna, with a shimmering golden coat and a mane like flowing silk, stood alone. She wasn't just any mare. She was a leader of her herd, strong and wise. But on this day, she was vulnerable. She was giving birth in the middle of a storm. The colt who finally slipped into the world was beautiful, a tiny mirror of his mother, with the same soft coloring and gentle eyes. But something was wrong. He didn't move. For hours, Luna tried to rouse him. She nuzzled him gently, called to him with soft, trembling whinnies, even tried lifting him with her nose. But the little one, whom she silently named Sky, lay still, his breathing shallow, his body cold. Night fell. The rest of the herd moved to shelter in a nearby canyon. But Luna refused to leave Sky behind. Through snowfall so thick it turned her golden coat white, she stayed by his side, shielding him with her own warmth. Morning came. 18 hours had passed, and still Sky hadn't stirred. That's when Luna did something no one expected. She began experimenting, not out of fear, but out of hope. She used her hooves to gently tap his legs, trying to spark movement. She made strange, rhythmic sounds near his ears, as if trying to reach him through sound. She even tried adjusting his position, almost like she understood the importance of circulation. Wildlife photographer Maya, watching from her truck, couldn't believe what she was seeing. This was beyond instinct. This was intelligence. This was love in its purest form. But Sky still didn't wake up. Then, after another long pause, Luna looked toward the horizon, and something changed in her eyes. She walked away, only for a moment, then returned. And then, with careful strength and determination, she lifted Sky onto her back. Yes, you heard that right. A wild mare born of freedom and instinct carefully balanced her unconscious FO across her shoulders and began walking. Not randomly, with purpose, through deep snow, over rocky hills, past wolves and coyotes. She carried Sky across the frozen wilderness. Every step was a battle, every breath heavy with effort. Yet she never stopped. Maya followed, heart pounding, camera rolling, tears freezing on her cheeks. And then, after 2 long hours, they arrived. A small ranch house, smoke curling from the chimney. To Luna, this place meant danger. Wild horses had been captured before. They feared humans. But now, something deeper guided her. She needed help. Standing 200 yards away, she called out, not in fear, not in panic, but in desperation. And from the porch stepped an old rancher named Jake, and beside him, his wife Ellie, a woman who had spent her life helping horses. They saw the mare. They saw the foal. And they understood. Ellie approached slowly, blanket in hand, voice calm. Luna watched. She didn't run. Instead, she stepped forward and gently lowered Sky to the ground. Inside the barn, the team worked tirelessly. For lines were placed, warm blankets wrapped around the tiny colt, medicine administered to reduce swelling in his brain. 2 days passed. Luna never left. She watched every treatment, helped reposition Sky when he needed it, and stood guard like a sentinel. Then, on the 3rd morning, Sky opened his eyes. His head lifted weakly. His ears twitched. And when Luna touched her muzzle to his face, he responded. Joy, relief, hope reborn. Over the next few days, Sky grew stronger. He began nursing. He started moving. The vet confirmed it. He would recover fully. But now came the hardest question. What happens next? Sky and Luna were wild animals. They belonged to the open plains, not of fences or farms. Yet their story had gone global. People everywhere were moved by the image of a mother who crossed fear, pain, and even species boundaries to save her baby. When officials came to assess the situation, they faced a choice: capture them or let them go. After much discussion, a decision was made. Luna and Sky were released back into the wild, with GPS collars to monitor their health, not as captives, but as symbols. Months later, Photos showed Sky running free, healthy, joyful. Luna had given birth again, caring for both her young with the same fierce love that had saved Sky's life. Moral lesson: love can break barriers, even those built by fear and instinct. Sometimes, the greatest miracles are born from courage, trust, and the refusal to give up. If Luna's journey moved your heart, share this story. Let it remind others that compassion can cross boundaries, that hope is powerful, and that every act of kindness, no matter how small, can create waves that change lives. Protect wild spaces. Honor wild hearts. Because sometimes the most unforgettable lessons come from the unlikeliest of teachers, a mother horse and her foal.